Hey everybody, welcome back. This is HD and I'm coming at you guys with Game 3 of SlayerS.MMA and July in the IPL3 qualifier round. And once again, this was broadcasted, of course, on Twitch/JustinTV of IPL3. But I know you guys missed this a lot of games there, and this is such a good series. I just had to broadcast it again for you guys on YouTube. So, of course, we have SlayerS.MMA as the red Terran at the top right-hand corner, and we have ST.July as the blue Zerg at the bottom left of Malter. Cross spawn already, which one thing you already kind of take away from this is the fact that ZVT or any matchup really in cross spawn positions except PvP basically means we could have the potential of a long game here. And when you take into account it's Malter, there are so many expansions on the map. Definitely the possibility of a long and drawn out conflict here between the Zergs and the Terrans. So we'll just have to see how things play out. Oof. I just had a massive chill right here behind my back. Do you guys ever get that? Do you guys ever, I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie, what was that movie where the kid is like, I see dead people all the time. I think it's called The Sixth Sense, with Bruce Willis. And then like they said, like whenever you get the chills behind your back, it's like a ghost is walking around you. I just literally like felt uber chill on my back. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. I'm just kind of freewheeling it right now, but I think a ghost just walked behind me. Might have Mobius cloaking or something enabled. Anyways, well, that was a little freaky. But yeah, we have MMA at the top right-hand corner. We have July Zerg at the bottom left-hand. You know, it could be my air conditioning, guys. I don't know. Might have to turn that sucker off. It's getting a little cold now. Anyways, getting back to this game at hand. July Zerg already sending the Scouting Overlord out, but that is going the wrong direction, so it will not see MMA for some time. And MMA is walling off his ramp between the natural and the main. And you know that July Zerg is capable of doing this kind of concerted all-in at your front door, and you just never know when to expect it against July Zerg. If I were MMA, I would play a super safe playstyle. I mean, we saw that in Game 1 on Crevasse. He built 3 bunkers behind his mineral line just in anticipation of the all-in. And, you know, if he hadn't built those bunkers, he probably would have lost a long time ago. So it was just smart thinking, wise play on MMA's part. Bunkers are super salvageable. They don't waste that much of your resources or time. And it's just an insurance policy. So I wonder if this game, MMA is going to build yet another defensive position, although it is cross-spawn. So as soon as he scouts July Zerg, he's going to realize, you know, cross spawn, that is going to significantly lower the odds of the Zerg player doing some kind of an all-in. Although, I gotta say it again, July Zerg is the kind of player that does it when you least expect it, and that's what makes him so dangerous. So, scouting here is going to be absolutely key. Just getting a beat on the gas timing, the queen timing, how many drones there are, is just going to tell MMA that much more as to whether or not the all-in is going to be coming. Now, he looks like he is going to lose the SCV. No, he's not. The SCV is going to get out of there just barely. And now we have MMA going into a quick barracks factory command center. So it looks like he's going to open with Hellions and immediately take his command center following that. There is the swap that we were anticipating. And Hellions are really building 2 at a time right there. So MMA's build very good right now. July Zerg is running across the map with a couple of links. I love the position on that Marine there. Man, not only does that guy get a bunch of shade behind the tree, but he also able to snipe a bunch of Marines before they even get over there. But it looks like the Marine will have to fall back. A little bit too scared of 3 links. And now the Hellions have come out, so the backup firepower has come on the field, and those lings are as good as done. So good split right there by July Zerg, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Now, the one thing for the Zerg player July now is, what is he going to do now that he's seen the Hellions on the map? He sees the reactored Hellions. How much defense is he going to invest here? He's only got a single spine crawler. Hasn't decided to throw down an Evo chamber or anything of the sort to help limit the amount of space there is at the natural door. Although, he is pulling a second queen from the main here, so he is going to have a little bit of extra defense at the front door. And I don't know how much more he's going to invest, because the thing he's got to be a little worried about is there Blue Flame on the way? And he's trying to get a bead right now on MMA. He's trying to get that Zergling in there to see whatever he can see. He sees a command center, but that doesn't tell him if there is a Blue Flame upgrade. And there is, in fact, a Blue Flame upgrade on the Tech Lab right now. So if only July Zerg had been able to see the barracks. Oh, he did actually see the barracks. Okay. So he definitely saw the factory swap away from the barracks, and now that can kind of tell him, okay, there is a possibility that Blue Flame is on the way. Not only that, but there's also the possibility of a quick starport as well, and a myriad of other things. But as of the case right now, there is Blue Flame upgrade coming down, and we'll just have to see if July Zerg is going to be prepared for it. He does have a few lings on the map, only a lone spine crawler. The creep spread has reached a little bit out of the map of the natural right now, but we'll see if he's going to be able to defend against this. Now, MMA does only have 2 Hellions on the field, so that is the loss right there. You incur a little bit if you go into the tech lab after the reactors. You really limit the amount of Hellions you can make on the map. Although, it looks like MMA is going to go right into a dropship here, ladies and gentlemen. So, wow, he could go for an exploit on this little backside. Going to try to elevate our Marines and Hellions onto the high ground overlooking the natural of July. And if he can get some Marines and Hellions in a good spot, that could be very hard for July Zerg to break. July now is making 16 lings. He has a Baneling Nest about to come down. He has a ling on this tower so he can get a little bit of a bead as to what's going on. He sees the forces moving out right now, but does he see the dropship? Yes, he does see the dropship. MMA, they're actually pulling back momentarily, realizing that the Zergling was at the tower. But it may be too late. July Zerg, probably completely aware of that dropship coming in right now, is making Banelings, sending lings to the back door. He knows about the dropship now. Oh man, what a position though for MMA. The Blue Flame Hellions under the back, and they can just flame away at these Banelings and the lings all day long. And good micro right here from MMA. Look at the spread on the Marines, picking up the Marines at the last second to save it from the Banelings. His micro is just so impeccable. But oh my god, July kills off the dropship. July kills off the medevac, which is absolutely huge. MMA will not be able to ferry units anymore behind that mineral line, and on top of that, he loses the medevac and all the forces inside. And wow, July is so good at focusing down those dropships, guys. That was really, really impressive in the heat of battle to be able to use your queens like that. And now he has bought himself a large amount of time before the next wave. In fact, he may have bought himself enough time to get out Mutalisks. 9 mutas right now on the production tab, and July Zerg looking strong. Remember, guys, in the last game of Zanago Caverns, July Zerg was able to pick off those 2 dropships that were coming into his main. This game, once again, picks off the dropship / medevacs and kills off a majority of the forces. And now going into meter production, July is looking really, really good. And there really is no anti-air here for MMA. MMA doesn't have stim. He doesn't have combat shields. Wow, his Marines are so upgradeless. They almost look like they're naked. I mean, you might as well not even put these combat suits on them. They're just militiamen right now. And these mutas are just going to go in and have a heyday. I feel like there is a turret up. That is going to help a little bit. And oh, July Zerg engaging here. I mean, yes, the Marines don't have stim. They don't have combat shields, but they're still pretty damn good. I mean, yes, they're militiamen, but they're militiamen wielding, I don't know, one of the Gatling guns or something. So the mutas have to be a little careful. Although, you know, if those Marines did have stim, then a lot of these mutas could have gone down. So July Zerg making a bit of a blunder with his mutalist, I have to say, but didn't pay the ultimate price. Goes in for a poke once again. I think now he realizes that there's no upgrades. Now combat shield coming down on those Marines. A little bit stronger. Oh my goodness, July Zerg losing some mutas there. That was not cost effective. Tries to run the lings into the natural, but look at the wall from MMA. Although that wall is about to have a very big and crucial hole, and the hole has been exploited, and lings now flooding in through that little area, and it looks like July Zerg has found an opening. Runs in there. Good micro from the tank right there from MMA. MMA going for the all-out counterattack. Meanwhile, the lings are ravaging the natural expansion, killing off lots of SCVs. 11, 12 have gone down already, and July Zerg, I think he's going to be able to hold this counterattack very easily. The Banelings running in, they may just detonate on the tanks. No, they will not, and oh my god, centrifugal hooks cooking in right in time. That gives the Banelings the speed they need to chase off the Marines, even off creep, and they kill off several Marines. Look at all the Marines that just went down. Meanwhile, Ling's still wrecking the natural of MMA, and July Zerg is doing an incredible job playing against MMA. Remember, MMA, the champion of MLG Columbus, the second place runner-up to MVP at Anaheim. MMA is an extremely good Terran player, and July Zerg seems to be tearing him apart right now. I'm gonna say it. He is researching. He is making a new hole right now in MMA, in some obscure body part. He is researching. What is it called? What is it called? Ventral sacs. He's researching ventral sacs in MMA right now. So, not literally, of course, but, oh, wow, July Zerg is just doing a great job against MMA. 25 workers killed. It currently sits at 58 drones over 38 harvesters. Finally, stim coming for MMA. And what a late research upgrade this is for his Marines. I mean, yeah, he's got +1 weapons. Yeah, he's got shields, but stim is the backbone of the Marine Force. And 15 minutes in and still stimless. You just don't do that. I mean, oh no, these Meal is going to be able to pick off a supply depot as well. MMA is not going to be able to push out on his 2 bases. He's not going to be able to play. He hasn't even been able to play true to his name. Remember, guys, I call MMA the Marine Medvac Abuser, and he hasn't been able to do that this game at all. July has been shutting that down left and right. It looks like he's going to shut down another one here. Those Marines, 2 of them going down. Meatless are hot in pursuit, and that dropship is pretty much dead. I don't see them getting out of this situation. Now MMA realizing that as well. Unloading the Marines one by one, trying to extract maximum value, and the dropship goes down. So this is going to be MMA's next push here. Still hasn't done any damage to July. July has complete map control. Gonna go in for a big attack here. There's a Marine at the tower, so MMA could siege up on the low ground. This would be a great spot to siege. It doesn't look like he's gonna do it though. Doesn't want to risk sieging and then being immobile. And is able to fend off the Mutalisks with his Marines, despite the lack of stim, which is now just finished. So MMA holds right there, which was pretty vital for him. He needs to hold so he can secure the 3rd expansion and have some breathing room, some kind of a buffer zone outside of his base. And we'll just see if he could do it. July is going in with the superior air force down to the south. He's now got 2 packs of mutas conglomerating into the big blob here, picking off turrets in almost 2 or 3 shots. Gonna get another turret. Very well played by July. Hasn't really lost any mutas at all. Actually engaging the Marines here. Very risky and bold play, but you know, that's certainly putting a lot of pressure on MMA to perform here, because any one mistake here at this crucial point in this game could just mean the end of the game. If MMA, you know, moves out with all of his Marines and leaves his base basically defenseless against mutas, the mutas can fly right in, stoop over all the SCVs, they can perch themselves over the production facilities, and boom, there goes the Terran production. And of course, MMA also has to be careful not to overstim his Marines, because his dropship count, his medvac count right now is very low, and if he overstims, he will leave himself quite vulnerable to the big engagement if he doesn't have enough medvac energy built up. So he's got to be very, very careful how he plays this game right now, especially with July holding such a significant advantage. And remember, this is game 3 of the series, and oh my god, look at how many green things we have here, guys. It looks like, wow, that's a lot of banelings. That is a lot of banelings. And July is just looking so good right now. I don't know how he's going to, I don't know how MMA is going to be able to do this. 4 base July, going into hive mode right now. He's got +2 carapace, +2 melee already done, in fact. We can see that July isn't really flying out. He doesn't even dare lift off with his dropships and go for an attack against July, because July is just all over the map right now. Although July could certainly use some more Overlord placements down in the bottom right to protect this hatchery. Looks like he's going to use Lings though for now, which isn't bad at all. And at this point we have a little bit of a lull in the game. July sitting comfortably on all of his bases. MMA trying to tech up into the Thors now. Remember, guys, I mentioned this last game, Thors, a huge backbone in the Terran biomech, keeps the Mutalisks from clumping up and sniping out the tanks. And now that the Thors have joined the fray, it looks like MMA is going to move out across the map. Mutalisks providing a little bit of distraction here, and July realizing the imminent push from the Terran player, now queuing up 44 Lings with Adrenal Glands +2, +3 on the way, and oh my god, July is just gonna go for the jugular here, attacking with so many Banelings, and MMA is falling apart. Banelings don't even care, they're just gonna go after the mech anyways. All the Mutalisks did go down, but I don't think July cares. Actually, there are still some mutas alive. 5 mutas in the red. I don't think July cares. He's just got all these roly-poly banelings. He could just go and take out that orbital if he wanted to. No, he's not. I actually feel like he should have just sacked into the orbital, but I guess July wants to play a little bit safer. That was certainly unexpected, though, from a high-octane player like July. Usually, he will go for the kill if he feels like he can get it. This time, playing a little more passively. Gonna grab another expansion as well. And you know, you guys know what? Once Adrenal Glands finishes, these Lings literally are on crack. They call them cracklings in Brood War for a reason, or Brood War for a reason. They are certainly still cracklings now. Maybe not as cracky, but still pretty damn good. Those links will take out buildings and units very quickly with +3/+3. Also, ultras on the way as well for July. And I can't recall a game where I have seen Julyzer get ultralisks. Literally, all of July's games. Oh no, another dropship gonna go down. Bye-bye, Medvac. July's all over that. I can't recall a game where July has played ultralisks. Now that I think about it, all of his games have pretty much ended before the 15 or 20 minute mark. So for him to go into the late stage here against MMA is actually going to be really cool to watch. And oh my god, another push out from MMA. Just going to be creamed by July. July just destroys everything. And look at those Marines. They're all going down. Their death animation, one and the same. And MMA just gonna fall right back into his main. Every push has just been stomped under the iron boot heel of July. July just laughing in MMA's face right now, and there's just no way July can lose at this point. He's just got so much economy. He is booming, storing now 3,000 minerals, 1,000 gas. He is actually going to make an attack here with everything he's got. MMA has a superior position, but I think July just has the superior forces. Although, look at all those Marines right here, just destroying everything. July's running everything in, and he's lost all his Banelings, in fact. Oh my god, MMA, great micro, bringing Marines out of the front line. And oh, MMA's going to hold. MMA is going to hold here, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable hold as Marines just now finishing +2/+2, it seems, and that certainly helped. And July throwing up a little of his advantages back to MMA, but not enough to make a change in this game, I don't think. July is still maxed out here. He's rebuilt so quickly. And look at this. We have MMA going right for a drop, but look at the triple spine crawler wall. That is not going to work at all. And with the links coming in here, that's going to be deflected almost instantly. Julyzer has not let a single drop phase him this game, and as a result, he is still way, way far ahead. And I honestly feel like that last attack at the front door may have been a little bit, premature. As a Zerg player, if you're containing the Terran on 3 bases, just eventually the Terran has to push out. It's the natural law of the game. So when he pushes out and he's in open area, that's when you can attack him. I think July got a little bloodthirsty there, and let the better of his rage get the better of him, and he just attacked through the front door. But certainly it wasn't necessary. I don't think he's going to make that mistake again, at least I hope not. Picks off another drop ship down here, or kills off all the Marines. Well done by July Zerg. And more Marines coming in here, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much damage, do you? Those Marines unload in a jiffy. And oh my Jeebus, that is a lot of Ultralisks. They are about to get their final +3 Carapace upgrade. And I would imagine as soon as Julyzer finishes that, he is going to be sitting real pretty. I don't think he's going to make another attack at the front door, because that didn't work out too well last game. Although he can definitely attack this PF down south with all these ultras, and I think that's exactly what he's gearing up to do here. And this PF, say goodbye, your days are numbered. We have a little bit move out from MMA as well, but definitely not going to be in time to save this PF. That PF is getting surrounded by the ultras, mauling that PF to death. And the PF goes down. Meanwhile, the Marines pushing out across the middle of the map to try to save it. That isn't going to work out at all. July's all over that. And July, once again, reasserting and reestablishing his monumentous lead in this game. And MMA, he's got to make something happen here. And I don't know if drops are the answer. I feel like, I don't know, guys. I really don't know what he can do. Here comes July, though. He is pushing on with all of his ultras. Oh my goodness. MMA is going to fall back. He doesn't even have a PF here. He's actually making an orbital. And July, once again, making a big attack at the front door. I don't know if he needs to do this, though. Look at the ultras just getting clumped up. They aren't able to break in through the front. And the tanks and Marines, and even now Marauders joining the fray. It looks like there may be enough to break the ultra line. And oh my goodness, MMA holds once again. I don't know about that, July. I don't know if July needed to do that, and all of a sudden, we have a quick reversal of the situation. MMA now ahead in supply, just momentarily, as Julyzer is not going to be able to re-macro in time. He's making Broodlords right now in the middle of the field. I heard the Broodlords. He's making Broodlords in the middle of the field. He needs to buy time before this push hits him, and I feel like Julyzer, they're kind of a Brood War mindset, thinking, Ultras are really good in Brood War. Yeah, they're really good in Starcraft 2 too, but units do so much more damage in SC2, your ultras can die so much faster as a result, and I think Julyzer, paying the ultimate price here, has to attack with his Lings to buy time for his Broodlords. The Broodlords are going to hatch, but now there's no defensive units down under, and the Broodlords are going to get sniped out by MMA. And I can't believe this. MMA is looking to pull a major comeback victory here against July Zerg. This breaks my heart to watch this game unfold. July had this game in the bag, and now as he's actually starting to fall apart a little bit. Oh my god, this is really hurting me, guys. MMA is making this push in here. He is killing everything at July Zerg's natural expansion, and more reinforcements continuing to stream in. July is, I think he's a little dumbfounded right now. I think he's at a loss. I don't know if he knows what he's doing right now, but that last attack certainly cost him the game, and MMA is just capitalizing on it, making a push in here with everything he's got. There's no resistance from July, and the difficult situation here for a Zerg player is you've got to reset all your rallies. Look, his hatcheries here, this one is reset. This one is not reset, it looks like. Yes, it is actually reset. And this one is not reset. So, yeah, he's got to be very careful with his rally right now because he's got to build up a large enough force to break this Terran ball. But the reinforcements continue to stream in for MMA, and MMA has now sniped off the hive. Although 5 Ultras are on the way, I don't know if July is going to have them in time. And of course, they're going to come out one at a time, and MMA has the option of picking them off. Now ferrying over his troops from the main over to the Zerg third, and he's going to drop everything down. And oh no, MMA is just destroying July Zerg inside out. What a push by MMA. Just knowing right then and there that that was his opportunity, and July Zerg's just going to GG out of there. Just a disgusting loss for July. He's going to be puking inside himself after watching this game and realizing that he just never needed to attack down that choke. The first one, I mean, you know, make one mistake, it's all right. I mean, the first one wasn't that bad because he was able to remax so quickly. The second one, though, it's like you did it once, it didn't work out. The second time, do you really need to do it? You can just starve out MMA and eventually he'll push out, and then you can surround him out in the open. But this, he didn't do it. He just got way too gun-thirsty, and he just try to barrel his way through the front end, and MMA capitalized. That's the power of the Terran's defense, and you don't want to mess with that. So MMA takes the series against July in a spectacular upset here, but what a comeback from MMA. Can't take anything away from this guy, although, you know, watching this game, none of his drops really worked. It almost just seemed like July Zerg kind of threw it to MMA. Wow. Well, guys, I just want to thank you guys all for tuning into this series of games, and I think following this, I'm going to have a very epic ZVT coming up. One more ZVT for you guys. This one's, I promise, is going to be a really good one, though, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that one. It is going to be with Marine King Prime, I believe, so following that will be this, or following this will be that. And I just want to say thank you guys all so much for tuning in and staying subscribed. This is HD, signing out. Till next time.